Fistrick is in place of Stefan Robidat, who broke his leg in game number 3, the former star, replaced by another former Dallas star. Meantime, also drawing in for the Ducks, Emerson Edom and Ricard Raquel. In comes Ryan Gerber with a shot, stopped made by Anderson. Fowler plays it right back in front. And Francois Beauchemin looks at Andrew Cagliano. He's sent flying by Alex Goligoski.
And now Cagliano wants to fight.
Chris Muir now flips that ahead. He's in the lineup in place of Eric Cole, who's a healthy scratch in both game 3 and now game 4. Lead pass goes to Edom. Across for Smith-Pelly. Devontae Smith-Pelly throws it back in front. Lettman makes the stop. Looks back to the bench for help to arrive. And Ray Whitney chips that away. Now Ricard Raquel to the demo. Sends it back in front. Devontae Smith-Pelly turned away. A jam play at the side of the goal. And Kari Lettman has it. And the first whistle comes 5 minutes and 19 seconds in.
Dan Ellis won the 2 games and, of course, later on got traded to Florida.
For Tim Thomas, who is the Dallas backup goaltender, as Sean Horcoff brings it in. Horcoff works in. Long shot by Fiddler, knocked away by Anderson, and the puck cleared away. Finally gets poked out and picked up by Fowler. Chipped back by Corey Perry, who led the Ducks with 8 power play goals in the regular season. Matthew Perreault winds his way down low. Patrick Maroon back with it, throws it back in front. Fowler, oh, what a save by Lettman! Kari Lettman takes one away from Cam Fowler. Centering pass goes to Francois Beauchemin, drops it back to Fowler. Fowler back in for Matthew Perreault. To Fowler. Beauchemin winds and shoots, and Lettman got just a piece of that to knock it away. The one thing, Joe, the Ducks are looking for.
Now, they were upset last year by Detroit in the first round. Detroit has the ability to do that.
Big hit on Lindholm as he was slammed down by Fiddler. Now Daly fires it back, and Lindholm is shaken up. This goes off the leg of Vern Fiddler. And ahead come the Stars. Colton Sevier for Sean Horcoff. Ian Wines shoots, Anderson save, rebound! And Fiddler with a great chance gets thrown down in front as Anderson makes the save. And now Brian Allen is cross-checking Sean Horcoff in front of Anderson. Shots are 6-5, Dallas in the early going, and Trevor Daly with a long shot. Anderson the save. Eakin spins and shoots. That bounced away, and Corey Perry to the line and out. And from the area, ahead for Cagliano. Up ahead to Fowler. He's got Bonino with him. Cam Fowler bides his time. Spins off the boards. Fowler waiting for a line change to be completed. Brian Allen tees it up and scores! Brian Allen! His first career playoff goal in his 13th NHL season. And Anaheim leads 1-0.
Well, how about Cam Fowler? His minutes are going up because of the injuries on defense. And he said this morning he wants to play more. And what a play he makes here. He's the only one. He's by himself. He holds on. He waits. Keeps the puck. Patient. And then waits for Brian Allen to get in a position. And you could see Lettman screened on the play. He came well out. But that puck just misses. Maybe it even ticked off the left leg.
Who has played major minutes this year, has that pass go off the stick of Perreault and back to the corner. Now Corey Perry, huge hit there as he slams down Patrick Nemeth. Now Perreault with a steal, works it back in front, bouncing puck, Perreault spins and shoots, bouncing puck again, they score! Corey Perry reaching for it, it trickled in behind Lettinen. They may take a look at this, but Anaheim for now has a 2-0 lead.
Again, the matchup, the Eakin line out there against Corey Perry, and this is just a good job of forechecking. Anaheim forces the turnover. They get it in deep, and here they come, the white sweaters. Twice there, here comes another one. The intercept. And now Perry, watch him on the other side. Here he comes, right there. I'm not sure if he got a piece of it before it went over the line. It deflects off of a couple of people, bounces up high behind Lettinen. Corey Perry was there just to make sure. And even though they're taking a look at this, I see no reason why this won't count.
Aku Koivu banks that in deep. Jordy Ben picks it up.
1 minute remaining in the first period.
Sagan back down to the Anaheim zone. Beauchemin picks it up, picked off by Nichushkin. In he comes! And Frederik Andersen reaches out and pokes that away.
Stayed on the ice for a while, trying to skate it off. And is in some sort of pain.
Jamie Benn scores! And Dallas is right back in it.
Benn and Sagan went without a shot in the first period. That little face-off, off a skate, and the quick shot by Benn. He goes forward with it, and it'll bounce right off the skate of Maroon. Right back to Ben, who wasted no time. Wow, is he dangerous.
Eric Cole and Teemu Selanne, two veterans for the Ducks. And the Stars are both healthy scratches for this game. And Seager sends it ahead. Horcoff picks it up. Sean Horcoff fires, and Anderson makes the save. Carnage continues in this Western Conference opening round series. The winner gets the winner of the San Jose LA series in the next round. Cody Eakin, a backhand shot. Anderson save, rebound, Chiasson. Oh, what a stop by Anderson. Alex Chiasson had two great chances in front. He's turned away by Frederik Andersen. Goes around Jordy Ben, but Ben reaches back and takes it away from him. Breathtaking pace here in the second period.
Anaheim caught on a change.
In comes Horcoff, sends it across. Fiddler in, shoots, scores! Tie game!
This turned out to be a 5-on-3. Top right of your screen. Two Anaheim forwards late to the bench. 5 Dallas Stars on the rush. And they turn it into a goal. And that's one you expect your goaltender to stop. But they take advantage of the bad change by Anaheim. And Dallas has come back with a vengeance here in this second period. They've scored 2 to tie it. And Fiddler does the damage there.
Moment at the draft in Los Angeles. A couple of years ago when Edom was picked by the Ducks. A Long Beach native, and now a chance at the side of the goal. Horcoff back for Daly, winds and shoots. Anderson save, rebound, loose in front. And Horcoff couldn't reach it. Furious pressure now by the Stars. Former National Hockey League goal-scoring champ and MVP. In comes Perry, drops, Perreault in, shoots at the goalpost. Rebound back to Lindholm. He's skated by Lovejoy, shoots, that's tipped wide. Ronnie Smith-Pelly. Palmieri. Banks it back to Lindholm. Lindholm a long shot, knocked down in front. Bonino with it now. Throws it back in front. And the shot goes off the outside of the post. It's back in front. In comes Ben. Shoots. He missed wide. Final seconds now on the power play. Chiasson with it. Throws it down low. Here's Whitney. Ray Whitney. Back to Roussel with a drive. Save made by Anderson. 20 seconds to go on the power play. Ben plays it back to Goligoski. Seguin walks in, tries to shoot, it's blocked. Second try, the shoulder save made by Anderson, and the Ducks bat it out. Ben works his way in with Seguin. Jamie Benn, Tyler Seguin back to Ben with a shot. Anderson makes the stop on some nifty puck movement. And Horcoff for Trevor Daly. Off the bench comes Cody Eakin flying in, but Patrick Maroon knocked that by him.
No, that line you mentioned, Horcoff and his line have been very good.
Goligoski flips it to Eakin at the goalpost. Cody Eakin rings it off the iron.
Defenseman on this team to number 3.
Now Fiddler trying to knock it down. Raquel with a bouncing puck in front. Edom with a chance, kicked away by Letman. Now Smith-Pelly back to Allen. A little slap pass in front, that missed Edom.
Was able to make the save.
Face-off was one back. Boschman with a drive. That was blocked. Rebound loose in front. Letman's down. The puck still loose. Maroon digging for it. Eakin snaps the pass ahead. Roussel up for Eakin. Steps around Raquel. In he comes. Cody Eakin shoots. Scores! Cody Eakin! And Dallas has the lead!
Lindy Ruff made a change. He took this line away from the Perreault line. And they were out against the Young line. Raquel got stuck on defense. And he just dives there. And Eakin takes his time, increases his angle. There's Raquel, who's not a defenseman. Dives to try and stop it. He can't. And watch Eakin and his patience. He'll bring it to the middle. More, and then the quick shot just inside. I think he got hit and then slid into the goaltender.
Now Fiddler works his way in. Fiddler sends it back in front. Goligoski scores! Alex Goligoski!
consecutive goals by Dallas. There's the attempted shot, a block. Now here comes the speed coming right at you. Anaheim players again behind the play. And Goligoski follows it up. So it turns into an odd man rush. Way back on the other end are some of the forwards for Anaheim. Goligoski, 33, the defenseman, takes advantage of it. They find him. The quick shot just inside the post. Anderson just gets a piece of it.
And the loose puck slides back to the corner. 9.5 to go in the third period. Jamie Benn had it knocked away. Benn lunges over the shot. Lefton save. Raquel on it now. And the takeaway by Gonchar. Throws it across to Perreault. Maroon standing in front. Matthew Perreault throws it back to the point to Beauchemin. Sends it across the follow with a shot. Tipped right on. Lefton save. Maroon digging for it. And those late whacks draw the attention of Goligoski, but Harry Lehtonen holds his ground. And now chipped up by Roussel. He and Perry are jousting at center ice. Perry takes a swing at Roussel, and now they've got the gloves off. Antoine Roussel and Corey Perry fighting right at the Anaheim blue line. And down goes Perry. A long shot tipped wide from Beauchemin from a sharp angle. Raquel shoots. Final seconds now of the period. Loose puck on the side of the goal. Raquel on it now.
Now Edom is after Garbutt. He's dropped his glove.
And look out, Jordie Benn came jumping in at the end of that. He and Beauchemin are going to square off. Jordie Benn wants a piece of Brian Allen.